I remember at the start of my self-improvement journey, I was doing this a lot, like over consuming, watching like Tate shorts and podcasts and other bullshit like that didn't have to do with my work or whatever. Because like, especially when, especially like a few months ago, the only thing I was trying to focus on was YouTube. But then I had this, I had Instagram, like scrolling on the feed and finding like different motivational videos and thinking that I was being productive while watching them, or Tate podcasts, thinking like about talking about mindset and something like that. I was like, yeah, it's cool, but like, is it really helping me with my coaching business or my whatever business that you have? Like, what business do you have right now? Like, what is your 80/20 right now? So like the 80/20 is basically like 20% of your work is 80% of your results. I think that's how it goes. But then the thing is that the mindset is that the more you work on the things that truly matter, that truly move the needle, that actually help with getting you results, getting you those views, subscribers, whatever, getting that money you need, making videos. What does it really help you like progress with that? Is it marketing? Is it making videos? Is it, I don't know, going on hikes? Or like, what is it? You should wake up each morning and talk about that thing rather than, one sec, rather than talking about, like, rather than worrying about your profile pic in, fuck, one sec, yeah, rather than worrying about your profile pic on YouTube or whatever, like, thing. Maybe your Notion template doesn't look as good as it should be, and something that like that. Why worry about that right now? Like, why worry about that now, while you can actually work on making that video, scripting that video, making like a fuck ton of batch of videos, like 7 in a day or something, and just like have them for like a whole 2 weeks to upload or whatever the fuck you're gonna do. Maybe read like 5 books. Like, what will help you the most? What is something that if you had like 2 hours in your whole week to work on, and that would, that would get you results in your business? What would you work on? Would you actually work on, your profile pic, changing the banner, maybe some thumbnails? Like, what would you do? I believe you would do something more than that. I would believe that you would do that, the important tasks, that maybe scripting a video or actually making the video, making a fuck ton of videos, trying something new, dressing a bit better, like whatever it takes to actually move the needle. What would you do? What would that be for you? What would that task be for you? If you have no problem in your business, your work, wherever you're going through, for example, let's say you're actually going smoothly, you have no constraints whatsoever at the moment, right? And you just want to like maybe watch some YouTube, for example, you're eating, or you want to watch some educational podcast, stuff like that. Why watch podcasts on the topic that you're doing business on, while you don't have any problems with your business? Isn't it much better to actually watch like a documentary about animals or something that has to do with whatever you like? Maybe about one nice documentary I like to watch is like on YouTube, is about, it's about anime, like the anime companies, and how the industry, how they work, how much in debt they are, and how underworking their workers are. And yeah, I just like getting informed about that, because it's like, it's way better than actually nothing, right? And I like that. I like that very much. You should do like something that is similar to that. So I would suggest, like, rather than watching podcasts about your business that you don't have problems on right now, and actually getting like stupid ideas, or trying something new, or like, oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong, maybe I should do this. But then it's like, if you don't have any problems right now, just stick to that. Keep doing what you were doing before if it's working for you, because that's what you should be doing, not like trying something else. Because even if it doesn't work, even if it doesn't work, you're trying it, you're putting your full like 100% into it, because you're gonna get sucked into the shiny object syndrome from actually like watching other business podcasts, and there's a new strategy, a new tactic that you should use. No, use whatever you were gonna use before, but now, like, don't watch other podcasts that have to do with that same topic, especially now that you don't have a problem with that certain thing. If you have a problem like getting leads, getting views on YouTube or whatever you have, work on that. Like, then you should watch the podcasts. Not when you don't have a problem and you just want to chill and watch something educational, which is something good, by the way. Watch something other that is educational. There are so many things that could help you with education, like podcasts about animals, documentaries, stuff like that. Like something that has to do with helping you out in the future or whatever, like something that is informative to you. What is informative to you? Focus more on the important tasks in your life. Like, for example, rather than focusing on, like, for example, like friends that you don't really give a fuck about, or going through stories, or like answering some questions some messages in your Discord server or whatever. Like, focus that energy, focus that extra energy that on those shallow tasks that you're using on them. Focus that energy in the morning, like whenever you're starting out your day, you're very productive, and just focus on like the important fucking tasks and just do those. Like, okay, maybe right later in the day when you're gonna eat, you're gonna feel more lethargic and you're not gonna have that brain power to actually work on the more important tasks. Then that's when you should like change your profile pic, answer to some messages, not give a fuck about if you're gonna do any more work later in the day, because you can do some shallow work which is gonna make you feel more productive. Of course, like sometimes it's necessary, I believe. Like the small stuff is always necessary if like the compound. But then it's like, if you don't need to do them, like don't do them. Like, would you, like, if you had 2 hours in a week to actually work on something very important to scale your business, like the only 2 hours that you have the only 2 hours that you had in your week, what would you do? I bet you wouldn't change your profile pic or worry about the colors of the theme of your page or whatever stuff like that. I would say that you would suggest, like, you would work on more of the important things. So do that right now. Work on them right now. Don't just try to skip out and just like, oh no, it's fine, then I'm just gonna watch another YouTube video or whatever. You watch this video because you are procrastinating. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good that it's getting like I'm informative, I'm getting information. But then if you have something more important to do, you haven't done your important tasks of your day, pause this video right now, even click off right there, wherever. Go and do your fucking task right fucking now. I don't give a fuck if I don't get the view. I don't give a fuck if I don't get the retention. If I'm helping you, that's what the important thing is, because I can get views if I want to. What is it gonna help me if I get 1,000 views, but like 5,000 to 10,000 views, but then they're all fucking dumbasses, right? I don't give a fuck about them. I give a fuck about the 20, 50, 100 people that are actually more focused on the important stuff. And they're like, okay, I like what this guy is saying. I want to work more. I want to work more towards my goals. Like, whatever isn't the important thing, like your life, business, health, whatever is not in that category is just basically a distraction, right? So if you want, you can join my Discord server, where, like, my clan, where I actually have guys in there that are trying to improve and literally like get away from the distractions, actually work on the important stuff that they have to do. There are guys in there that are actually starting to get, like, in India, they're actually trying to study to have more opportunities in the future. And like, that's one of the best ways to get out of their country, like, if of course if they want to, yeah. But then it's like, it's good that they're doing that, because it's one of the easiest ways. And like, yeah, it's easy, but like, they still have to study a fuck ton. So the more they focus on the studying, and the more you tell them that, okay, you should focus back, you should be like an accountability partner, you should like focus back on your studies, focus back on your business, and then the same that they're gonna do to you. There are like challenges as well in there with meditation, and then like, it's fun, it's very fun. It's like the server you had with your boys, like back in the day when you used to play Discord, and you used to be a degenerate and Jeffrey, as Hamza says. Now you have the same thing, but in a Discord server when you talk about self-improvement. about studying in the best way, about working the best way, be more productive, doing all of that. And I'm also answering a lot of your questions about, like, about self-improvement, about life, whatever you need. I believe you can easily get benefit from this. And yeah, of course it's free. Like, yeah. So I believe it's a huge win. If you want to join, help out your brothers in there, get help from your brothers, and I'll see you inside. Also, before we go, there's also another app that I like to use, which is called Unhook. You can add that on an extension from on Google, and you can literally add that onto your YouTube, and like it's free. I think, yeah. Personally, I used it for free. I haven't used the paid versions anyway, so it's really nice. I really liked it, and there are so many options of like eliminating the comments and stuff like that, and it really helps with having a distraction-free environment as well. Because especially if you're gonna work and you have to do work on your YouTube, or like watch some specific videos, some documentaries, whatever, you're not gonna have like 20 videos pop on in your face that have to be about oh no, the top 7 ways to get money, fucking fat bitches in thumbnails, whatever. Like something that doesn't have to take away your distraction, like take away your focus, right? So you're gonna have to focus on the important thing, which is like, okay, I have right now the block of my time in my calendar is like focus on finding out about coaching, focus about finding out about e-commerce, whatever, something that has to do with that, or documentaries, whatever, that are educational. Because the more you're gonna get educated and entertained, that's like best of both worlds, because like you're getting entertained and also getting the education, so it's like you're not wasting your fucking time on dumb shit. Yeah, that's it. Stop wasting time.